Chaplin.
Here.
Member Covert. Member Desart.
Here.
Member Eckhoff. Member Garcia.
Here.
Member Krajewski. Member Ozog.
Here.
Member Pachowski. Member Schwarzy. Member Selman. Member Zay.
All right, great. We have a quorum. Do we have any public comment?
There's no public comment.
All right, well, starting off then, we're going to move right into our recognition and accommodation of the DuPage County OHSEM Communications Unit. They come on over here. No, I think we'll stay with get these two and then we'll go from there. All right. So good morning, everyone. So as we know, DuPage County is most fortunate to have an amazing group of individuals who volunteer their time, energy, and skills to support the Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management's Communications Unit. OHSEM is our sometimes hidden gem that does not get enough credit for the support they give, not only the county, but the state. On July 4th, when our neighbors in Highland Park were struck by tremendous tragedy, the incident command on site requested communications support from DuPage OHSEM. When that request was made, 8 of our dedicated members left their family, volunteers I might add, left their families and friends on a national holiday to deploy dozens of cash radios and a regional communications trailer to support law enforcement efforts in their search for the offender. In addition to responding to major incidents, the state of Illinois elected OHSEM to design and build a prototype next generation rapid deployment interoperable communications vehicle. It was our talented volunteers who created the build plan and built the truck from the ground up. The state provided the base vehicle and the equipment needed at no cost to the county. Close to 2,000 volunteer hours went into the project, saving taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. This new unit is called RapidCom 4 and is now assigned to DuPage County and operated by our volunteers. The work of these individuals is truly commendable. And at this time, I would like to formally recognize and commend the members of the OHSEM Communications Unit for their continued high caliber of work and dedication to the safety and security of DuPage County. Now I'd like to turn the stage over to our Director of OHSEM, Craig Diekman, to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Renahan, and members of the Judicial and Public Safety Committee and the County Board. We thank you for your support, which means a lot to us. I also want to thank our team members. We have just a few of our 20 volunteers with us this morning. The rest are probably at their regular workplaces because they're volunteers. And also our communications unit leader, John Nebel, who's one of our emergency management coordinators. Thank you all for your time, for your skills, and for your experience in the service to DuPage County, to IEMA, the Illinois Emergency Management Agency Region 4, which is Cook Lake and DuPage counties, as well as really the entire state. As you see from previous meetings, they travel down to Springfield to work with the National Guard and other entities in large exercises. Which brings me to just this past Saturday, we participated, actually they participated, I observed, a exercise in Cook County at a large forest preserve, which was coordinated by Cook and Lake counties with communication support from DuPage County, took the Unified Command Post in the Sheriff's Department, took RapidCom 4, which Chair Renahan just told you about, and also a high-end communications vehicle from Buffalo Grove, which is also run by one of our volunteers who serves with us called MobileCom. Those assets served at the search and rescue operation to locate a lost child was the objective. And there were over 100 participants from 30 agencies. There were searchers from ground searchers, divers from fire departments, canine dogs, and drones from Civil Air Patrol and Cook County Sheriff and other agencies. The child was found in this exercise. But I would like to read to you just a quote that we received from the incident commander. And he said, and they go to this location quite often for actual searches and lost people. We've never had reliable comms, communications, in these woods, but you guys made it work today. And that was from the incident commander. So thank you very much to the team. We appreciate what you do. And with that, Coordinator Neville has any words?
Just want to say thank you very much, Chair Renahan, members of JPS, for having us here this morning. We greatly appreciate it. And personally to the entire county board for supporting OHSCM. We cannot do what we do in communications without your support. Thank you.
All right, and now the highlight, I'd like to invite the team over to accept our proclamation. Please come on up. Come on in here, guys. All right, it is my honor to read this proclamation this morning in recognition of commendation of the DuPage County OHSCM Communications Union. Recognizing dating back to DuPage County Civil Defense Corps of 1950s, there's been a continual presence and operation of a communications unit staffed by volunteers. And recognizing the DuPage County Civil Defense Corps evolved into the DuPage County Emergency Services and Disaster Agency, and then into the DuPage County Emergency Management Agency, and then into the DuPage County Office of Homeland Security Emergency Management. The communications unit has provided emergency communications support to DuPage County and the region. And recognizing in the mid-2000s, when the state of Illinois wished to deploy a fleet of interoperable, transportable emergency communication systems, ITECs, and the DuPage County Communications Unit built the entire fleet of 10 trailers on the grounds of the DuPage County Government Center. And recognizing that since 2006, the DuPage County Communications Unit has continually operated the ITEX 4 trailer for the state of Illinois. And recognizing in 2021, the state of Illinois desiring to develop a prototype next generation deployable emergency communications vehicle, selected the DuPage County Communications Unit to lead the effort. And recognizing the members of the DuPage OHSCM Communications Unit, consisting primarily of sworn volunteers, spent the last 18 months planning, designing, fabricating, building, and documenting the new rapid deployment interoperable communications vehicle known as Rapid Com 4. And recognizing during the current fiscal year, the 20 volunteer members of the DuPage OHSCM Communications Unit have donated 3,000 hours of service. So that's all volunteer hours related to the emergency response for communications support, pre-planned events, training, exercise, and building Rapid Com 4. Now, therefore, I, Julie Renahan, Chair of the JPS Committee, members of the County Board, do hereby recognize and commend the members of the DuPage County Office of Homeland Security Emergency Management Communications Unit for their continued service and dedication to the residents of DuPage County and the state of Illinois. Do I have a motion? And a second? All in favor? Aye. All right, congratulations, gentlemen. At this point, I'd like to invite all the members of the JPS committee up here for a photo. My honor. Better for meeting. Thank you all. Great. Thank you all. All right, so just to continue my remarks, that was way more fun than discussing the Safety Act, wasn't it? That was good. Nice to go have a positive presentation. So seeing this is my last JPS meeting and our last together as a JPS committee, I just want to extend my sincere thanks to each and every member of the committee, especially Vice Chair Pachowski. Our staff, our many public safety stakeholders for your diligence in working through the many public safety funding requests and issues affecting residents. Aside from finance, as we know, this is the largest committee of the DuPage County Board with the largest budget and the highest priority of public safety. We have worked together considering the Safety Act's impact on stakeholder function and expense. And whether we agree or not, we can all be proud that DuPage County has led the way in how to interpret requirements and impact. At the end of the day, with our financial commitment to a judicial building expansion and staffing, our state's attorney, probation, public defender, court, judges, and sheriff will have the tools to meet these challenges. So we have worked to secure the campus. I'd like to thank Chief Briggs and Director Diekman for your expertise. We, for the first time ever, will have a crime portal to inform residents on what is going on in their communities. Thanks to Director Anthony McPherson, Tom Ricker and his team, IT Chair Salmon, and all that have worked so hard to make this not only a model for our county, but for other communities. I'd like to thank everyone for their support to support merit in our county-wide law enforcement. And I'm very proud of the work at the court. I'd like to specifically note Kimberly Everest, Chief Judge Pope Joyce, Suzanne Armstrong, for all of the hard work put in to help residents avoid eviction and navigate the court system when these issues came up, especially after COVID. And these are just some of our accomplishments. So again, thanks everyone. All right, on personal notes, I'd like to thank also Aaron Leck, who's not here anymore, administrator for much of my tenure, and Sally Carter, who took over. The minutes on a big committee like this are not easy. And I so appreciate what the work you did to compile. And also, can we feel a little sad here? Jason Blumenthal. Do you know Jason? Okay. I appreciate everything you've done to stay above politics. Not to say that, Mr. Person. Anyway, so best of luck to our incoming board and to our next GPS chair. Didn't really expect that. Sorry, guys. With that, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes of November 1st.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Hi.
Any opposed? This pass. I'll take a motion to approve JPSP 32322. Contract purchase order to DuPage County Health Department to provide mental health services for mentally ill probationers. This is for probation and court services, December 1st, 2022 through November 30th, 2023, not to exceed $208,000. Take a motion and second. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on JPSP 32422, approval of contract purchase order to Ray Heron Company for new officer and employee uniforms for the sheriff, December 30, 2022 through December 29, 2023, $225,000 for the sheriff. I'm sorry. Have a motion? Second, all in favor? Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on JPSP 32522, recommendation for approval to Krista M. Winters of Mullen Winters and Cerny PC, professional services conflict attorney for the juvenile cases for the court, December 1st, 2022 through November 30th, 2023, not to exceed $42,000. Made a motion. Second, we have questions here. All in favor? Those pass. Take a motion on 6D 2022-96, recommendation to enter into professional services agreement with Claus and Miller to provide professional consultation services for collective bargaining for the probation department with AFSCME for the period December 1st, 2022 through November 30th, 2023 for the court, not to exceed $20,000. The motion and a second. Questions? All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. Moving to resolutions, I'll take a motion on FIR 47322, resolution acceptance appropriation
Second.
of the Illinois Emergency Agency Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, $83,040, the Office of Homeland Security Emergency Management. We have a motion and a second. Any questions here? All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. Moving on to change orders, I'll take a motion on change order JPS 254A-22, recommendation for approval and amendment to JPSP 25422 for a change order for inside public sector for laptops, desktops, UPS to extend the contract from 11/30/22 to 2/28/23. Sheriff. Get a motion and a second. Do we have questions here? All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. I'll take a motion on change order 8B, county
So moved.
contract 23810001, serve to Sound Inc. to decrease the amount by 52,301 and close for OHSEM. We had a motion and a second. All in favor here? Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on 8C, change order. This is for Johnson Controls. This is
So
a
moved.
decrease in close by 12,000 also for OHSEM. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on 9A, grant proposal notification GPN 61-22, FY23 Illinois State Opioid Response, Criminal Justice Medication Assisted Recovery Integration, 50,000 for the sheriff. We had a motion and a second. Any questions here? All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. I'll take a motion on grant proposal notification 62-22, FY23, establish, improve, and
So
expand
moved.
Children's Advocacy Center grant, $29,998. This is for the State's Attorney Children's Center. We had a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes. I'll take a motion to combine informational items 10, A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Second.
These all have to do with the changes in how we're doing our vehicles. Need a motion a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? I'll take a motion to receive and place and file reading these items. Informational 10A.
So moved.
This is a canceled vehicle replacement purchase order for the sheriff, issued to Curry Motors, $777,099 for the sheriff. 10B, cancel vehicle replacement for the coroner with Curry Motors, $346,304. 10C, cancel vehicle replacement with campus security for campus security to Curry Motors Frankfurt, $45,980. 10D, vehicle replacement purchase order has been issued to Haggerty Ford, $34,205 for the State's Attorney Office Children's Center. 10E, vehicle replacement purchase order for the State's Attorney Children's Center to Friendly Ford, $34,845.24. And 10F, vehicle replacement for the State's Attorney for Joe Cotton Ford in the amount of $68,690.48 with the State's Attorney's Office. All right, great. So moving to old business.
Got to vote on.
I'm sorry.
We got to vote.
Oh, we got to vote. I'm moving on. All right.
Oh, John's got a question.
All in favor?
No, well,
Oh, you have a question on this item? Yes, please.
I do have a question on this item. Thank you, Chairwoman Renahan. So this looks to me like we've canceled our relationship with Curry Motors and then moved on to Haggerty, Friendly Ford, and Joe Cotton Ford, and I'm just wondering why. Better deals, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay, man, okay, perfect. So what happened in FY 22, all of the 25 vehicles we placed on order were canceled. Happened by Curry Motors. They were purchased through the Suburban Purchasing Co-op, which is more of a local co-op. And so as a result of that, we then did some research. If you recall, earlier, we brought some interceptors and vehicles for the 23 and 24 vehicles. We did not know 22 was going to cancel at the last minute. So we brought those forward through a cooperative. When the 22s were canceled, that cooperative wasn't taking orders. So we went back to Curry, looked at their pricing compared to the cooperative. Curry still offered over $200,000 in discounts compared to the other cooperative. So we basically went with Curry for the police interceptors. So this is for the sheriff, the coroner, and I think one for campus security. The other three on this list, these were vehicles that were intended to be replaced in 22 or in 23. We actually had to take them out of service. They were in such bad condition, and pursuant to the authorization granted to the DOT at the last board meeting, we actually compared to other cooperatives, but also went to local dealers, and they were able to provide competitive pricing and delivery that day. So we're not waiting a year for the vehicles for the State's Attorney Children's Center and State's Attorney's Office.
Any other questions? No one else? All right, in that case, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, great, that passes them. All right, old business. Member Chaplin and then Member Garcia.
Well, I just want to thank you, Chair Renahan, for leading this committee, because we did have some unusual things come up, a lot of controversial things come up, and you handled it with grace and you treated everybody respectful. And I think you set the bar a little bit higher for the next JPS chair, and we're going to miss you.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you. Member Garcia?
Well, I'm gonna say ditto,
No.
but I am just, I just want the people of DuPage to realize that, with you and the leadership here at, Judicial Public Safety, you've been so concerned with making sure that DuPage County is one of the safest places to live in so many ways. And for that, I think DuPage County has been, the benefit of your leadership and your knowledge, your research. And I think we all need to thank you for the wonderful job you've done for the last 4 years. So thank you.
Team, you guys. Yeah, Member Oza.
And safety is, of course, important, but you have worked so well with our judicial system, especially during COVID. The challenges that we faced never shut down. It was extraordinary, and you were a huge part of that. And I want to thank you for that. And you will be very missed.
Well, thank you all. So sweet. I just want to say, I did not mention Paul Bruckner, but thank you very much, Paul, for being a steady source when I wasn't quite sure where I was headed next. So thank you. All right. With that, moving on to new business. Do we have any new business? All right. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
Pound your fist like if you don't have a gavel.